Baby dolls, I have a very special episode for you. We're going to speak about Landwolf today because the Ribbeting is actually playing out. Yes, this is a very special, unique episode because this is basically everything you've been training in crypto for, which is to spot Cycle 1 coins, developing, bubbling stuff. What's happening out there, friends? You know it's all about PEPE. PEPE has taken the world by storm, and look at its chart. I don't need to tell you anything except this price chart, friends. It did look at this, up to 760,000x return. It's actually higher now. Now, the most important part is the market cap, friends. It's 3.7 billion, all right? So what I'm going to show you is my tweets regarding what's going on with Landwolf and this whole PEPE family stuff. Now, I'm going to start by telling you, of course, this is mid-curve free zone. Only very high IQ people and very, very low peanut brain IQ people are able to participate in this. Okay, so this is the thing, friends. You know PEPE. I've already made videos on the Ribbeting, okay? But this is another PEPE family guy, Brett. Now, Brett is one of the other characters made by Matt Fury, all right? So he's made like the comic, right? The PEPE comic. It's called basically Boys Club, and I'll show you on the left here. And PEPE is like the young kid, right? It's taken the world by storm, and everything's been going nuts, all right? PEPE hit recently 4 billion valuation. So what's happening is people are now making characters of everything else. Now, I want to tell you something. People had this idea last year in 2023, but the market could not get enough legs, enough growth. Why? It's because Bitcoin was still around $28,000, $30,000. We were coming out of the bear market. It wasn't enough legs. It didn't have enough strength to get up. Ethereum as well was only like $2,000. Now it's almost towards $4,000. So you can see everything is basically flushed up. We've got Bitcoin ETF, Ethereum ETF. So basically, we're just moving out towards the cycle. So friends, I want to start by telling you, okay, Brett is 220 million and Landwolf, the real Landwolf, is still under 10 million. Like it's 3.6, it's maybe 4 right now. When I told my friends in FriendTech, it was like 300K, but we didn't know, man, is it going to not move or move? But I'm just telling you now, okay, this is the type of stuff where you're like, okay, you know the thesis, you know the play. This is where you just don't worry about anything else. You just have to play it out. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm participating in this, continue to participate in this because I'm just like, okay, this is the thesis. I'm just going to let it go out because I know exactly what I'm playing for and it's very clear. Now, I don't know if it's actually going to play out, but, you know, just to tell you these differences, look at this. PEPE is 4 billion. Brett is 220 million. Landwolf, 3.6 million. So anything under 10 million, you know, even if Landwolf was 10 million, to go match Brett today is a 22x. However, PEPE's not done on its run. Absolutely. Like it's continuing to run. Again, you can tell that PEPE is being the cool kid, taking over Shib, taking over Doge. And I'm going to show you the meme coin index now. So if you go to CoinGecko, you just type in meme up the top left, you'll be able to see the meme coin category. And we're going to have a look at it now. The meme coin category, friends, it's huge. $65 billion. That's American, of course. And if we go down, right, you have Doge, friends. Doge is 26 billion up here. Shib is 20 billion. So you know they're having some rivalry here. But look at PEPE. PEPE's 3.7. So people playing this, okay, they're obviously seeing Dog with Hat, which is a Solana one, Solana dog, and you have PEPE at 3.7. Now, I'm going to guess, well, I'm not even guessing, I'm telling you right now, Dog with Hat, their narratives is that they're going to flip Doge and Shib. That's what everyone's playing for. It's like it's the universal, friends. This new youthful energy comes in to spark everything up. And so I think PEPE, the revolution, everyone's like, hey, we can flip Doge and flip Shib too. Okay, wouldn't that be crazy if that actually happened? And by the way, they'll be going up too. So what's my guesses? Look, Doge, Shib, I think one of them is going to hit 100 billion valuation by the end of this cycle. And you might even say it's going to go higher than that because, you know, if you go back to the past, they were hitting 40 to 60 or 80 in the last cycle and everyone's coming back for memes again. So everything seems to be crystal clear. Okay, so where does that leave us today? Well, surely I'm thinking Landwolf is worth a crack to try get to 360 million valuations. That's 100x from today. So I'm thinking, why? Where do you even get this? Now, of course, friends, please, don't lose your shirt. Everything can go to zero. I'm going to tell you right now, the people in there, no one's rugging. It's a community. This is the thing, okay? So Landwolf was launched many times before. Landwolf, the original Rev, the dev rugged it. Okay, went up. He rugged it. He actually rugged on all his friends. They got very, very salty. He goes out and took a holiday. He disappeared. The community tried to take his Telegram and his Twitter. And they go, hey, look, we know you've rugged. Let's take the stuff back, please. Give us the keys so we can like move stuff successfully. The guy disappears. He doesn't reply. So he says, yeah. So basically, I think they start contacting him. He goes, yes, what's up? I'll listen to you. And then they explain what's going on. He doesn't reply. Okay. Then what that shifty soy boy does is he goes and launches Landwolf on Avalanche. Okay, because Avalanche had the gaming season. Do you remember? There was a gaming season that re-emerged at the end of 2023 in the fourth quarter. So they go and launch Avalanche there. He does the exact same thing. He launches, dumps on everybody, it goes back near the zero. Now, I've noticed a few of you like to buy Landwolf on Avalanche just because the fees are cheap. But let me tell you something, friends. If you are on a specific chain outside of Ethereum, you better be 100% confident that it's going to have a season. All right, and here's the thing. Why fight it when you know Ethereum is going to get an ETF and there's going to be Ethereum season? There's going to be a lot of money sloshing around. That's personally how I think about it. Because, you know, if you think, for example, even on Pulse Chain, for example, yes, there's PEPE there, Pulse Chain PEPE, which is cool. It's cool to own, but you need an altcoin season to happen there. And you got to think, okay, it's probably going to be more directed towards Pulse Chain and the other stronger altcoins there. So, but it's all obviously going to stem from Ethereum. I mean, even Richard Hart, friends, owns 170,000 Ethereum with the SAC funds now, basically. So he's just telling you everybody else is leverage on Ethereum, which means Ethereum is going to be the spear and the driver. So the ultimate thesis is like, I'm wondering how high all the PEPE family coins can get if PEPE hits 50 billion valuation one day. So you got to think PEPE's the spear, all right? So he hits a 50 billion, it's like a 12x. And I wouldn't want to touch it. 12x, not worth my money. So 12x here on a lottery ticket, right? 12x as a spear, you got to think, okay, what are the other coins going to do? And I want to remind you, this is, friends, this is literally exactly what I did to make money in 2021. Okay, if you go, you check out my results sheet, back in 2021, look at number 15 here. Number 15 is Kishu Inu. It did a 48x on USD for me. This is me not knowing what I'm doing. Just I'm like, oh, what is dog meme coins? I got to get in, okay? 48x for me. So Kishu Inu was like the fourth derivative of Shiba Inu, which is a derivative of Doge, with derivative of this. Just like give me any dog coin. But the PEPE stuff from Matt Fury, who's the creator, these are part of the same PEPE family. And like I said, they tried to do it last year, but it just wasn't working. It doesn't mean the idea is not good. It's just that it wasn't ready yet. And now here we are today. So this is the type of stuff that you really got to be looking out for. I know it makes no sense. If you're a boomer investor, you're like, where's the valuations? Where's the cash flow? Throw that out. You're a mid-curver. Okay, you're not going to make it if you have that type of mindset. Okay, so I'm just thinking, okay, if PEPE can do a 10x from here, okay, so this is PEPE's chart right now, friends. This is PEPE, okay? You can actually change, you want to change the market cap of PEPE, we can actually have a look at now. Look at this. This is actually crazy to see this, man. Wow. It actually went, look at this, man. PEPE went from 500 million up to 3.7 billion. Like, I'm just thinking, if you can do that, surely one day PEPE can get to this maybe 50 billion valuation one day. So you can even draw it, right? How far would that actually take? It would be like a 12x. So if PEPE's going to do 12, I think all these residual ones should give a multiplier on that. That's actually what happened with Shib, because here's the thing. Shib had already launched, and I'm going to show you the chart right here. This is the Shib chart, okay? Shib does a 1 million X, literally like a 1.8 million X to the high. But this was Shib getting listed on exchanges here, and it comes back and does like a big run. This is on Coinbase listing, okay? So Shib, friends, this is crazy. This first move, by the way, was a 400X in a week. This tiny small candle. Then it goes from the 400x, it goes up and does another 10x. Now you're up 4,000x. And obviously, you keep multiplying that out. So because Shib did this monster run, everybody started doing the dog coins, okay, as it started going on in nuclear sky run. So everybody tried different variations of PEPE. They've tried PEPE Gold, PEPE 2.0, PEPE 3. And guess what? They all have some residual buyers here and there. But what's colorful and creative that I seem to be like having a feel for the sector now is everybody's like, there's only one PEPE, okay? For example, with Shiba Inu, think about this. No one made Shiba Inu Gold, Shiba Inu version 2, Baby Shib, all of these. They tried to make them, but they didn't stick. You understand? What were the ones that stuck? It was people part of Shiba Inu, like similar related Japanese dogs, okay? Like Akita and Hawk and Kishu Inu. See, those are the ones that stuck, okay? Now, it's the same thing actually happening today. I'm telling you now, it's just okay, so you have PEPE. All the PEPE variations were tried. They're not sticking, but they do pump. They do pump if you can get in early. They're not sticking. What's everyone doing now? They're going for the PEPE family. Who's PEPE's family? Which the comic I just showed you, made by Matt Fury. He has a lot of the comics, and you can see it right here. Okay, this is PEPE. This is Landwolf. Landwolf is like the older brother of PEPE. You understand? Like he's always smoking, drinking beer. You see them playing games together. Okay, so it's part of the PEPE universe. And remember, all of them are fun, they're cute, they all have their role here and there, but all I know is the valuations are really disconnected right now. But by the way, we're really early, like this thing's like a day or two old, okay? So look, No guarantees of anything. This can go to zero, but I'm just showing you this is the risk you got to take, man. There's no risk. Oh, you want PEPE to be already up to the sky and then someone give you the free money? No, it doesn't happen like that. Okay, you got to get in early, and that's it. There's risk. Remember, Landwolf, the real Landwolf was only launched like 2 days ago. Okay, literally 2 days ago. Okay, so what I'm thinking about, let's go back to the valuations. If PEPE does a 12, surely maybe this does like a leverage, like an 8x on that. You know, 8 times whatever PEPE does. So if PEPE does 12 and you do 12 times 8, you get like a 96. Right, 96x times, let's say like 4.2, that's a 400 million valuation, which 400 million market cap, which, you know, sounds like a lot of money. But if the industry for memes is already 65 billion, if PEPE ends up dwarfing everything else and goes to 50 billion, look, just to tell you real number, this is what actually happened with Shib. When the spear hits its magnificent high price, the residuals second place, they seem to hit a peak of 5 to 10% of the SPI. That's the max they could ever hit. All right, because people want to be early to the SPI, so they go to the residual stuff. That's why they actually make more coins, friends. That's why there's always a demand for this. So, look, if you really want to get the real number, I'm not saying to hold for these. I'm just telling you, you're playing for, what I'm playing for is, okay, PEPE hits 40 or 50 billion valuation one day. It's not even 100, okay, 40 or 50 billion. It just does really well. So if you, let's take 50 billion, okay? 50, because remember, Doge and Shib hit 40 to 80 billion last cycle. Okay, so if PEPE hits 50 billion, 10% of that is 5 billion. Okay, but I would be nervous holding all the way up to that 5 billion. Let's say 2.5 billion. Okay, 2.5 billion is probably the max of one of the PEPE family characters, what that would hit. So the thing is, even if you do a 100x from today with Landwolf, okay, it doesn't even hit 1 billion. Okay, remember, if the cap might be 2.5 billion, and remember, if PEPE goes higher, the cap's higher. Okay, so I'm assuming PEPE stops at 50 billion. Okay, so 2.5 billion for any of these. This is like, you know, this is a peak bull. The very end. Okay, doesn't happen straight away. So getting into something like this, really lucrative, right? If it works out, okay, and because the community's in there, no one's rugging. There's a lot of people in here, friends. Just to let you know, that Martini guy was even onboarded on this. Okay, that Martini guy is on here. So I don't know if he was like, I don't think he was part of like the early community stuff. I think he just likes it. Maybe they sold him the story. He just recently started mentioning it as well. Okay. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So you've already heard me talk about Landwolf, but I'll be honest, man. I'm like, well, this could just disappear tomorrow, man. I don't know. It could be shaky. It could be. But then my mind blew. One of you, shout out to the baby doll who did this. He tagged me with Brett. He goes, Brett is going to be the next Shibby and stuff. And I didn't know. I'm like, Brett. That sounds like a normal. I thought Brett was just some like random meme coin. Okay, but he's Brett. Brett is also part of the PEPE family. Now, what blew my mind was seeing that Brett has 220 million market cap, and my jaw dropped because he's been going on a run. Literally, he's been going on a run. He was just like, 20 million here, and then literally in a month is up to 220 million. He's done another 10x, by the way. So it's actually like a 180x return for people who just got in and bought a dip. Like, it's open for the public and everything. 200x return already, friends, in a month, in a freaking month. And all you're doing is you're not even inventing PEPE. You're just riding off PEPE's popularity in the world. Okay. So this all ties into my Ribbeting. Remember, I made my videos last year when we talked about it last year in 2023. I wanted to buy PEPE on a 95% drop. It did not happen. It stopped at 85% or something, and now it's come back to the top. And I'm like, okay, what's the next best thing? Or it's not even the next best. You're like, all right, you missed PEPE. Not really missed, but now you're like, all right, there's something big going on here. Because I knew, okay, if PEPE doesn't hit that minus 95%, something else is brewing with it. You'll find another way to find leverage on it. This is just another way to find leverage on it. So this is Landwolf here. This is one of the memes, okay? So remember, you don't touch the Avalanche one or whatever. But honestly, I don't even know. Maybe everyone's just going to buy anything. But the real one is the one on Ethereum. It's got this 3.6 million. Look, it's even got locked liquidity in here. They put in, friends, up to like $300,000 of liquidity. So it's like serious money that's been put in here. By the way, this should show you as a trick, right? Look, it is the liquidity is 10% of the freaking market cap, friends. That is, when people do that, that is sending a sign to the market. We're not here to rug. This is serious. We got big money coming in. All right, we are actually here ready to take it to the very end of the bull market, take it to the whole bull market and just last. Okay. When you see like 1% of liquidity, it's very dodgy. Okay, very dodgy. 1% thin liquidity tipping down. It's very, very dodgy. Okay, so just to show you as well, Brett has like 1 to 2%. Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's dodgy. That's standard, by the way. So I shouldn't have used the word dodgy. It's just that's just like, oh, it's like anything else, okay? Because you need to deal with a lot of people's schizophrenic behavior, selling out and being volatile. So when you see 10% of the freaking market cap is in the liquidity, that's really, really big. It also prevents a lot of super deep wicks, even though there are retraces 50 to 70%, but you don't get like super, super deep ones on average. It can still happen, of course. Now, I'm going to quickly show you that picture again, right? So PEPE, the boys club. So as you can see, Brett is this other one up here. So Landwolf is the biggest, oldest brother up here. And I've had the valuations here to show you. Look, PEPE here, 3.7 billion. Brett is 220 million. This thing is only literally like even 3.6. I'm not even joking, friends. Like, this is just me. I'd coming in. I'm like, well, anything under 10, sweet, I'm getting it. Because friends, look at this. If we're buying stuff on Pulse Chain at 10 to 20 million valuation, that's Hex, Orange, Andress, Teddy Bears 30 to 40 million, and they're starting to go up, right? If you're saying that the buy of the lifetime under 10 million, which I was telling you, and this thing is under 10 million on Ethereum, by the way. Ethereum, friends. Ethereum's market cap relative things to Pulse Chain are 10x bigger, okay? If you even want a trick to do that, look at Fame, Bucks Fame protocol. So Fame is like, I think, 1/10 to 1/20th, so 5 to 10% of GMX in size, just to give you an idea. So things on Ethereum, it makes sense, right? Things, Ethereum has like 10 times more money, 10 times more user base. It's 10x more attention because just mainnet Ethereum. And yeah, friends, I've seen someone is here as well, Mr. Talk Turkey, saying, I saw it was an Ethereum and I'm out. Yeah, man. I know, friends, that there's not much you can do. Like, if you really want to get in, you have to find the way to get wrapped Ethereum on wrap the Ethereum into your wallet, and then you have to place a limit order using 1 inch and just hope you get filled. Place a limit order inside market. So I know it's very annoying. I know, I'm very sorry, man. Just Ethereum's too expensive, friends. That's why you have Pulse Chain. That's why I'm hoping Pulse Chain and everything else just pumps really hard, because it's getting ridiculous now, man. It really is. It's really pushing the limits of like what people can muster. But here's the thing. Ethereum's, yes, it's expensive, but it's expensive for a reason, right? It's New York real estate, friends. It's like, it's New York real estate. That's it. Like, okay, if you don't want to go live in New York, guess what? Someone's going to buy it off you because it's high in demand. So remember, right, my post about the Ribbeting, okay, it's a Ribbeting update. Landwolf is the cheapest PEPE coin by a long shot. I promise you, I was not planning. I was like, you know what? This could go to zero or whatever, but there's so much demand and PEPE's going up. Like, this is not accident. Something is happening here. So remember, the Ribbeting, friends, tied into Donald Trump, because PEPE is like the de facto Donald Trump meme, okay? So because of the feels good man and stuff, maybe he tweeted or something. I forgot the story here, but it's like, it's look, you don't have to judge. It's not getting political. We're not a political show. Never will be, friends, family friendly. But just look, the guy's popular. Donald Trump is in the lead. You know what I mean? He's in the lead. If he becomes president again, then there's going to be a big like revolutionary type of like, there'll be a lot of buzz media around it, and probably PEPE will continue to gain traction of that, because that's like the frogs, this type of like, this middle-aged guys, anywhere from like white dudes, 25 to 45. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. It's just these demographics and stuff, you don't have to belong to it. Just like how, like, if there was a meme coin that girls loved buying, because it's a makeup thing. I don't know anything about makeup, but I'm just saying, yeah, I'll buy it because there's a big market for that. It is what it is, okay? You're just joining powerful networks that you think can grow in the future. So remember, recently, Brett, 220 million. Landwolf still under 10 million. And just as a reminder, this is what you're actually playing for. You're playing that PEPE continues being strong, reaching 40 billion plus. You're playing for the Ethereum ETF, and you're playing that PEPE rivals Doge or Shib in size. That's what you're actually doing. You're trying to get leverage on PEPE going up, because how much PEPE to hit that stardom is only a 10x. If you're in PEPE, let's say there are people out here that have like 200,000 in PEPE. Sweet, hold it, man. You probably get to like 2 million. Maybe it doesn't that final 10x for you. Congratulations. But for everybody else who doesn't have 200 grand in PEPE, you want leverage on this stuff that can go hotter and faster and more. This is exactly what it is, okay? That's exactly what happened with Doge and Hawk and Akita and then Doge Elon and all these other baby coins, because they end up launching after and you get to participate in that. So that's one point. So you can either think of it this way, right? You can put 200 grand in PEPE, or if you want to take more risk, I'm not saying to do this, but you can put 2 grand in Landwolf. And you're like, well, if PEPE does 10x, maybe this does the 100. You end up with actually the same amount. That 2 grand, right, still gives you like a sizable return at the end. 2 times 100 becomes 200k if it works out. Okay, obviously, if it works out, you don't know, man. You never know with these friends. You never know. But it's trying to get the story, put puzzle pieces together fast as much as you can. You start to read it, and then you just got to go, all right, that's it. I've seen enough. I've just got to hold my nose, because You can't have bear market PTSD from 2022 to 2023 because you'll be waiting for these big collapses that just never come. And then unfortunately, people end up FOMOing at the top. Okay, so path to 100x for Landwolf. If PEPE does the 10x, you know, maybe Landwolf gives a whopping 100x to 500 million. And it is within the realm of expectations. If like, you know, if all I want is, I don't want any of these. I'm happy with any of these meme coins being under 1 billion. Just because it's hard for me to punt on something to get to 1 billion. But I know it's not about the market cap, friends. It's about the bid side liquidity. I'll make another video for you about that later on. So Brett's already 220 million, friends. Like, if Brett does a 5x, you're already 1 billion. And the bull market, basically, we are not even Ethereum ETF. Ethereum's not $9,000 or whatever. So it's kind of scary. Brett's already gone a nuclear run. It could have topped out now. Who knows? But imagine Brett gets to 1 billion already, or 2 billion. Something ridiculous, you know? And then, like, I don't know. It's crazy because Brett is 8% of PEPE's size already. See with these valuations. So if all of these can sit at 5 to 8% of PEPE's valuation, that's big, man. That's big because if PEPE is at 50 billion, just the 5% is 2.5 billion. Billion with a B, okay? Now, I haven't even checked the yellow kid down here in the bottom left, but I'm sure there's coins about it here because people are trying to, like, basically, you know, they're just trying to capture all these market-wide attention because it is what it is, man, at the end of the day. Now, with these, friends, I'm telling you now, I did these in 2021. TA out the window. Literally out the window. If you're not, look, as long as you're not buying after big repetitive monthly candles, that's it. You hold your nose. And if there's a crash later on with the whole market, you get more, and that's it. You don't do any of these, I'm going to play around buying and selling and this and that. That will usually screw you up. You'll pay too much attention to it, and you end up fumbling your own bag. You don't want that, friends, because I just want to show you what I did with Solana. But actually, before as well, look, this is Brett, by the way. Okay, this is Brett, friends. 217. Look at this, just straight freaking line up. Like, what the hell is going on? So this is a Solana chart, friends, and I literally sold the top. I forgot where the Sol ETH ratio was. I sold Sol BTC, like the actual top there, but I'm just going to show you what it actually looked like as you were moving along the way. So, friends, it was not easy to just sit through this. So, firstly, you had to sit through that. This first peak, you're like, oh my God, it's over. Is anything ever going to happen in crypto's dead, right? Down, 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 and then it started going up. I remember people started selling here because of some fib retracement. I was not touching it. Look, I just left it. Look. You see up here, I'm like, oh my gosh. By the way, I thought Solana was cheap at 14 bucks up here. Because look, man, it's up at $2, it's up 7x. I'm like, oh my gosh. Then look what happened. Bang, bang, bang. And then this was very controversial. I held through this. This was when China banned Bitcoin, okay, in 2021. And then I just kept holding and I went up and up and up. Look at this, the final big move. By the way, I still held through that. I literally sold the top. Bang. So you see this journey of that along the way. There's multiple waves. There's like 2 or 3 big waves. Okay, the third wave is the biggest. So we haven't even seen the first wave of stuff come back down, go around for a few months, and then continue up. All right, we haven't even seen the first big one yet. That might be Bitcoin eventually when it rolls over a bit, just to scare everybody, etc. So that's the time. There's no TA in this. It's literally, oh my gosh, we're running out of time. It's March of 2024, the 3rd month of a Bitcoin halving year. It is what it is, okay? So you're just buying until euphoria pretty much, but you don't know exactly when. You just don't know when, and it could always dip. Okay, so I'm just helping you put out a framework for these. Now, many of these meme coins, there's no convoluted story for everything out here. These are really, really unique if they work out. Okay, so remember, that's why it's sparking my mind. I'm like, man, I had the Ribbeting, and then there's Landwolf with his PEPE family. I want leverage on PEPE. This might be it. I don't know. Okay, so if you guys find out any more, please let me know. You're noticing PEPE stuff is hot. It's now the hot new, the new dogs. They're the PEPE army always say frogs, not dogs. You know what I mean? So this is the thing, man. You can't deny that price action. Don't forget, PEPE's Cycle 1 coin now. Cycle 1, it's new. And Landwolf as well. So this family, it's a new thing. How far is it going to go? Is it going to flip Doge? Is it going to flip Shib? You hear this story, friends? People believe in the story. It's not enough to just say, oh, we're going to flip it. Like if I told you, oh, Hex is going to flip Bitcoin. 80% of the community don't believe that. You know what I mean? But when it comes to, like if you remove the origin address and stuff, but when it comes to PEPE flipping Doge, like it's just close enough. It's just close enough. You got to get within that 10 to 12x reach. And guess what? When it comes to magnificent, magical stories like this, these are the ones where it's actually possible. This is like that 1 in 100 narrative runs where the community dreams of a flip and they get it. This is what happened with Shib. Shib was able to like flip. I'm pretty sure like flip temporarily or whatever. Got really, really close. So I'm pretty sure it did. So that's really, really important. Okay. Because remember I told you the crowd's always wrong? Yeah, about 98% of the time. But there is these small windows of opportunity, moments in time where the crowd believes in something and it actually ends up finishing with a big climax at the very, very end. Okay, so let's see what happens, okay? I'm going to post the description to the real Landwolf in there. I know it's on Ethereum fence. I know you can't do much in terms of that, but it is what it is. Like I can't go to New York and tell everybody to stop charging high rent. You know what I mean? You can't do that. It is what it is, okay? But there's plenty more opportunity out there for you, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.